Hi kids, this is Sir Mukesh here. Today my topic is indices. Indices is a plural of index. The original word is index, and indices is the plural of index. There are two more words we will use instead of index. We also call it exponent and we also call it power. You did this thing, exponent, index, power, in grade 6 also, in grade 7 also. In book 1 you did factor and multiples. So when you're finding the prime factorization, mostly you write prime factorization in index form. So index is exponent and it is also power. So whether we say index, exponent or power, it means same. Now what is exact meaning of indices? Power, indices, exponent. What is the exact meaning of index, exponent or power? It means how many times a number or a variable or a bracket is multiplied by itself. This is the original meaning of indices. Look here. Always remember, indices is a plural of index. There are two more words used instead of index. The words are exponent and we also call it power. Like you did in grade 5 when you're finding the prime factorization. The teacher said express these in its prime factorization and give your answer in index notation. Give your answer in exponential form. So indices is always the plural of index. We also call it exponent or power. Now the word index means how many times a number or a variable or a bracket is multiplied by itself. Okay, so always remember when I use the word power, index, so it always means a number or a bracket or a variable is multiplied by itself. For example, if I say 2 power 4, this is my first example, 2 power 4. So remember, this 2 is called a base and this 4 is called power also. Normally you call it power, but there are two more words. The word are index and exponent. So what this power mean? This power 4, 2 power 4. So 2 is the base, this 2 is called the base and this 4 is called the index also, exponent also or power also. So what is mean by the word index, power or exponent? It always mean that this base is multiplied by itself, that this time the base is a number. So 2 is a base and 4 is a power. So 2 power 4 mean 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. It not mean 2 4 times 8. Always remember the word power. This power mean this 2 is multiplied by itself like this, 2 multiplied 2 multiplied 2 multiplied 2. So 2 is the base and 4 is the index. Okay guys, now the second example is a power 5, a to the power of 5 or a power 5. So remember, this a is the base and this 5 is a power. So we also call it a is the base and 5 is index, exponent or power. So what this index mean? What this 5 mean? This 5 tell us that this a is multiplied by itself like this. So a power 5 mean a times a times a times a times a. So remember, this a is the base and the 5 is the index. We also call it 5 as index. We also call 5 power. We also call 5 as exponent. Now my third example. The third example is bracket open x plus 3 bracket close whole cube. This is always called whole cube. The power of bracket is also called whole power. So this time the power is 3, the exponent is 3, the index is 3. So bracket open x plus 3 bracket close whole cube. So remember, we know that this bracket is now base and this 3 is the power. So what this power tell us? This power tell us this bracket is multiplied by itself like this. X plus 3 multiplied by x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 3. So remember, this bracket is now a base and this 3 is power. So a plus 3 is a base and 3 is index or power or exponent. Now my last example, 2 power 2 x power 3 y power 2, 2 square x cube y square. So remember, in this example we know that this 2, this x and this y, 2x and y are bases and 2 comma 3 comma 5, this look here, 2 power 2. So this 2 is base and this 2 square is power. This x is base and this cube is power. This y is base and this square is power. So this 2 square mean 2 times 2. This x power 3 mean x multiplied by x. And this y square mean y multiplied by y. So in this example 2xy are the bases and 2, 3, 2 are exponents or index or power. Okay now kids, after this laws of indices. Some teacher also call it rules of indices, some people call laws of indices. So there are few laws of indices. So first of all, same basis. So there are two laws of same basis. Remember, this is the best way to memorize the laws of indices. Indices mean, it is plural for index. Index mean power or exponent. And I already explained you that what is index or power mean. Power mean the base is multiplied by itself. It tell us a number or a variable or a bracket is multiplied by itself. Now now come to laws of indices. There are few laws of indices. Okay, so first two laws depend on same basis. Always remember, the first two depend on same basis, and then the second two dependent on same indices. So if you look here very carefully, the first two laws dependent on same basis, then second two laws dependent on same indices. So this is the best way of memorizing law of indices. So number one, same basis. So look here, same basis, there are two laws of same basis. Number one is called multiplication law and number two is called division law. So a power m multiplied by a power n. If you look here very carefully, both the bases are same. A again a. So here same base multiplied by same base, here same base divided by same base. So the first two laws depend on same basis. So law number one, am multiplied by an. So always remember, when bases are same, in multiplication of same basis, the base will remain same. Am multiplied by an, both the bases are same. So in multiplication, the base remains same, only their power added. So am multiplied by an. So look here, the base will remain a. We only add their power. So am multiplied by an, so m plus n. So this is first law of indices, dependent on same base. The second law is also dependent on same base. So look here, but this is called multiplication law of indices. So a. So this time a is not multiplied with a, this time a is divided with a. So again the bases are same, but the power are not same. So when bases are same, so the base will remain same. In multiplication, their power added. In subtraction, in division, their power subtracted. Look here, when bases are same, in multiplication, base will remain same, their power added. Again, bases are same in division, so the base will remain same, their power subtracted. So am divided by an, so a will remain same, power subtract with each other, so m minus n. After this, the next two laws depend on same indices. Same indices means same power, same exponent. So look here, a multiplied by a divided by a. So bases are same. Now the second two laws depend on same indices, same power. If you look here very carefully, this time the bases are different, but their power are same. Again, their bases are different, but their power are same. Here the bases are same, a multiplied by a multiplied divided by a. Here the bases are different, a multiplied b, but their power are same, m. A power m, b power m, a power m, b power m. So now same basis we have two laws. Again same indices we have again two laws. So same basis, multiplication law of, we call it multiplication law of indices, we call it division law of indices. Now come to same indices. So again the first two depend on same basis, the next two depend on same power, same index. So this time the powers are same, the index are same, but the bases are not same. So remember, we have two laws of same indices. First, multiplication law. So remember, whether we are doing multiplication law of same power or division law of same power, always remember, when we have same power, the same power will become the whole power, like this. Whole power mean the bracket of power. Okay, so am multiplied by bm. So when we have same power, the same power will become the whole power. Look here, the same power will become the whole power. Am divided by bm. So when powers are same, so the whole power, the same power will become the whole power. And in multiplication, base multiply with base, so a multiply b, ab, and base divided by b, a divided by b is a upon b. So the first two laws depend on same basis, am multiplied by an. Both the bases are same but power are not same. So in multiplication law, the base will remain same, their power added. In division law of same basis, base will remain same, their power subtracted. Next two laws depend on same power. So when the powers are same, so the power become whole power. Whether we do multiplication or division, the whole power, the same power will become whole power. So in multiplication, base multiply with base, and division, base divide with base. Now the fifth law. The fifth law is index with a whole index. As I said, index mean power and whole index mean whole power. Index is also called power. So index with whole index. Index with whole index mean power with whole power. So look here, in this case we have a power a power m, and we have also have a whole power n. Why n is whole power? Because it is power of bracket a power m bracket power n. So this m is power and this is n is whole power. So whenever we have this case power with a whole power, so always remember the result is power multiplied with whole power. So this is power multiplied by whole power, so m multiplied by n. Okay guys, now the sixth rule, any base with power 0, any base with power, as I told you when I start my lecture, when I start my video, that this a is base and this 0 is power. So whenever any base with power 0, so it is always equals to 1. I give you one example here. Look here, if I say 4 divided by 4, 4 divided by, so look here, base is same, so power 1 power 1. So we know that when bases are same, in division their power subtracted, so 1 minus 1 is 0. When we do 4 divided by 4, normally what we write it, we wrote it 1. When we simply doing in grade 3 4 divided by 4, we know that it is equals to 1, so 4 ones are 4. So look here, so it's proof anything with power 0, anything with power 0 is always equals to 1. If I say 25 divided by 25, so we directly write 1. So if you look here very carefully, this law is applying here. दोनों लॉ अप्लाई हो रहे हैं, सेम बेसिस एंड सेम इंडेक्स. तो लुक हियर, तो व्हेन बेसिस आर सेम in division their power subtracted, so it become 25 power 0, which is equals to 1. Is it clear? Or I use this law. Look here, this law, same power. So look here, same basis and same power. So 25 divided by 25. So first of all, this is power 1, this is power 1. When we have same power, we make it whole power, and base divided by base. So 25 upon 25, it is equals to 1 power 1. So it is again equals to 1. So guys, this is the sixth power. Any base with power 0, whether it's a power 0, it is equals to 1. Whether it's minus 25 power 0, any base with power 0 is always equals to 1. This is the easiest law. Then the last law is negative index or negative power. Whenever we have negative power, so how can we make this negative power positive? By reciprocating the base. For example, if I say 2 power minus 3, so if you want to make it positive power, so we have simply reciprocal the base. So the base is 2 upon 1, so we write 1 upon 2 and the power will get positive. When we reciprocal the base, the power sign will be changed, negative will change to positive. For example, if I say 1 upon 2 power minus 2, so if I want to make it positive, so we will reciprocal the base, so it become 2 upon 1, so this negative power will become positive power. So whenever we are shifting the power numerator to denominator, denominator to numerator, the power, the sign of the power will be changed. So these are few law of indices. So indices mean, it is basically indices mean, indices is the plural of index, and index mean how many times the base is multiplied by itself. Base number भी हो सकता है, base variable भी हो सकता है, और base bracket भी हो सकता है. So the word power mean how many times, it always tells us how many times a number, a variable or a bracket is multiplied by itself. Then there are few laws of indices. So the indices laws are same basis, am multiplied by am divided by an. So when bases are same, the base remains same. In multiplication their power added, in division their power subtracted. Same indices, look here, power m, both the power are same. Whenever we have same power, we always make it whole power and multiply the base. Again, am divided by bm, again the power are same. So whenever we have same power, we make it whole power. and divided the base. Then index with whole index mean power with a whole power. Whenever we have this case, power with whole power, so the result is the base will remain same, power multiplied with whole power. Then any base with power 0, it is always equals to 1. Negative index, to make the negative index positive, we just reciprocal the base.